With UFO videos flying around the internet like this, and this, do you really think that we're alone in this universe? Well, that's what we're going to be diving into today. Started off with this video. My friend recorded this and sent me this around 11 in North Carolina. Let's take a little look at this clip. First of all, for full disclosure, I haven't checked out any of these clips yet. Only to kind of, as always, to see if they're any good or not, but these ones intrigued me. Let's take a little look. One of them even coming from Ukraine. First of all, this is weird, isn't it? I mean, it's clearly on a moving transport of some kind, whether that be a car or a train, I don't know, but they're moving, which makes this, to me, more valid, because if it was more static, it'd be a lot easier to fake and manipulate. But looking at it again through the camera, it's a weird one, because you can clearly see there's four lights kind of flashing on rotation, almost as if it's like it's on a cycle. North Carolina as well is a very known hotspot for UFOs. It's not uncommon for there to be strange occurrences in the skies of North Carolina. It's definitely a weird one. And with the lights, here's a very clear shot of it. So you've got this one obviously lit up, but then it looks like only the two outside ones are flashing. The two inside ones, they're not doing too much, but it's a strange one. So what do you think of this one? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. We're going to move into the next clip. Now this one is a UFO activity recorded in the province of San Luis, Argentina, from a fixed camera on the communication antenna. This is all the information available for the moment, and this was captured on the 24th of February 2024 at around midnight. Obviously, you know my opinions on static camera UFO footage. I'm not the biggest believer of it, but I'm willing to give this a little go. So let's take a look. Okay, interesting clip. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a good one. What I like about it is, obviously, you know, there's the movement. We've got, I think at one point we have about 5. Yeah, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 UAPs on camera. Maybe this one down here, I don't know what this is. But my first initial thought is, you know, it could be UFOs, but more logically, it could be airplanes. It's not uncommon, you know, like, aeroplanes at different altitudes, they always fly at different altitudes to avoid collisions. It could just be this, and with, I guess, a lack of perspective, we can't really tell the distance, we can't tell, there's not much for reference, you know, it's just an empty, vast space on the ground, and then up in the sky we've got this. You know, it could just be aeroplanes. Commercial flights flying around, but there could be something more to it. But there's nothing that screams out to me that this is abnormal. Nothing. There's no sudden changes in movement. There's no audio to it, so obviously we can't hear anything. And there's no direct, you know, changes. So that leads me to believe that it's probably something a bit more logical than UFOs. If one of them suddenly stopped and hit a 180 griddy, I'd be like, whoa, that's crazy. But no, I'm more inclined to believe that this could be something a bit more logical. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments as we move into the next clip. This one states, magnitude of 5.9 earthquake strikes China, and then this happened. So I have seen this one because I watched it over a couple of times to see if it was legit, if it wasn't legit, you know, but what I liked about it is there was different angles on this, and this red hub in the sky remained consistent.
今晚上雨极光来着。这你看这个天，长江大桥，看，操，是他妈这个射上去的。
Now, I love this clip. I feel like this could be something absolutely phenomenal. What's weird about it is obviously we've seen it from 3 different angles within this video. We've seen this red hub, this red light source behind the clouds, which is clearly dispersing the light, making it look very big. And what else is these strange lights, kind of, you can see them within the video. If we look at it from this one, I think shows it the best. Leaving this light source, this red light source here, and then stopping before suddenly coming back. That is what stumped me about this clip when I was looking at it. I always look for logical explanation before I jump to UFOs and aliens. And when I can't find one, that's when I love a clip. And this one is exactly that. Now, what's cool about it is obviously that, but it's obviously in the skies of China. It did happen after an earthquake, which makes me believe that there'll be higher priorities than drone shows or anything like that. And, you know, although I will say that drones are very common things in China, you know, the like displays and all the rest of it, and the drone shows. But I think after you've had a 5.9 earthquake, I think your priorities are probably elsewhere. So this one stumped me so hard. So what do you make of it? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments, because this one was probably one of the better clips of UFOs that I've seen in a very long time. Anyway, moving on to the next clip, we've got this awesome video right here. This is 3 UFOs supposedly caught over the Nevada desert. So it was followed by F-22 Raptors. Okay, so to begin with, I was like, nah, there's no way, this is a load of rubbish. It just looks fake. It doesn't look real whatsoever. It's nonsense. You know, CGI'd, whatever. But when the Raptors came in, that's what stumped me, because I was like, well, they wouldn't be there for no reason. Obviously, this is over Nevada. So in Nevada, we've obviously got Area 51. So there is an Air Force base there. So it's not out of the way, okay? That it's not going to be uncommon to see fighter jets up in the sky. There could be routine flight testing. You know, there could be anything going on there. My other theory is that, you know, potentially there could be, it could just be a clip of the jets and then these UFOs added in, because it doesn't look as if the jets are specifically following. If you watch the second jet, if we look at it here, I think here. So you've got this one on screen now, which is obviously following the trajectory of these UFOs, but it looks a lot further away, but due to perspective. Then you got this one, which seems to be moving in a complete opposite direction. If we followed the flight path, it would look like it'd head off in this direction, which is not the same direction that these UFOs were heading in. So that made me kind of think, well, after looking at it multiple times, I was like, well, is there actually something going on there? Or is this just footage of the fighter jets and then with these things added in afterwards to make it look like they're chasing after these UFOs? Well, I don't know. You guys can discuss that one, but there's my 10 pence. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. And to the next clip, this one. UFO object captured landing in a remote rainforest covered area of Colombia. Let's take a little look.
Perros. Sana. Susi. Sana. Vijaya. Salga a la cancha. Vijay. Vijay, ¿qué es una?
Güey, eso es un cometa. No veas eso como está cayendo para un lado.
Uy, marica, ya me dio miedo. Ya en el cielo.
Eso no es una cometa.
Trabajando.
Vienen por usted, Susana.
Güey.
No, se
No,
está
la hizo
sentando.
bajando.
¿Y eso es para por dónde?
Güey, eso es un cometa. No
Mire.
veas eso como está cayendo para un lado.
Uy, marica, ya me dio miedo. Ya en el cielo.
Eso no es una cometa.
Trabajando.
Vienen por usted, Susana.
Güey.
¿Y eso es para por dónde, Pedro?
Vale, se vale.
Ay, sí.
Pero se metió.
Se bajó. Ahí ya se me...
This, again, I love this. I really like this clip because for me, it came across when I watched it as there's something going on there. You know, this looks, and even looking in the comments, looks credible. Other people even stating that, you know, this looks like it could be one of a very credible clip. It's really strange. It's strange because unless it was a drone, which I don't know, is possible, but you know, it's just the way that it moves, the way that it goes into the forest. It doesn't look like a helicopter. The way that it moves down would be in keeping with a helicopter, but it's clearly not a helicopter because that's not the shape of a helicopter. And it just disappears into the tree line, and you know, I just, everything to me, nothing screams that this is fake to me personally. I just look at it and I'm like, wow, this is cool. Like, even looking at it from this perspective here, where, you know, you've got this strange shape, you've got this base on the bottom, this like circular shape along the top, and it just slowly descends into the tree line. I think this could be something. I don't know what rainforest this is in Colombia, but there's something in the forest of Colombia. Don't go in there, because you might stumble across something that you might want to. Anyway, moving on to the next clip. This one was in Shefferville, Canada on the 26th of February 2024. Let's take a little look.
Yeah? That's a UFO! You can just see it! We're hiding on. Bro, you can just see it. It's like the round. Just keep recording it. It's only on YouTube.
Okay, so this one, I'm dubious because obviously the reaction from two girls in the car sounds very, I don't know, not as spooked as I would be, but you know, I can't base it off of how I would react because everyone reacts differently. But yeah, I think if it was a true UFO, it would be something very different. But one of the comments here says it's the TR3B, it's man-made. And then when you Google the TRB3 right here, it's an anti-gravity spacecraft made by the government. And when you look at this picture here, obviously this is very, you know, techno futuristic, but apparently this is a genuine piece of kit. When you look at that and then you look at this, you see a lot of similarities. So is it man-made? Is it a UFO? Is it just a test over the skies of Canada? Well, I'll let you guys decide that one down in the comments below as I move into the next clip. So the next one, a cigar UFO sighted in Ukraine. Now this is pretty insane because when you watch it and you look at how the pilots react, because they get little subtitles of what they're saying. Obviously, the way that they react is they have no idea what this is. Bear in mind, these are fighter pilots. You know, their job is to fly in the skies. And that if it was of human origin, you would have thought that they would understand what this is. Now, I did a little bit of research. So this article was from the Daily Mail, and it goes on to state, a disc-shaped, completely silent UFO was caught on camera by Ukrainian troops in the war-torn country, in footage shared exclusively with the dailymail.com. What the F is this? Why is it moving? The men with Ukraine's 406th Battalion can be heard debating as they witness the deadly calm UFO hovering over their war zone. While the size, altitude, and the shape of the object remains a mystery, the drone's its own altitude indicates that the apparent object could be a very large craft over 30 miles away, which goes to show when you see the clip and how big it is on the camera, how large this would be. The eerie footage was captured by the 406th Battalion this month via one of the over 300 heat vision quadcopter drones used by the Ukrainian armed forces in their efforts to defend their nation from a now 2-year-long invasion by Russia. Based on the thermal imaging drone's temperature range, the UFO was warmer than its surroundings, black hot. Although the red error message on the drone's control interface leaves key details unresolved, as experts told dailymail.com. The incident is just the latest UFO case over Ukraine's war-torn soil, fueling decades of speculation on the possible intent of the airborne mysteries and adding weight to the testimony of military witnesses who have seen UFOs disable nuclear weapons. If you want to check that out, I've done a couple of videos on that. So this is just a stock image or a snapshot of what it was. So you can see this clear shape here, and this is the drone's kind of interface. So well, let's just check out the clip first, so you get an understanding of what actually went on. It's a very short clip, only around 17 seconds long, so let's take a little look.
Не, что они могут пустить по нам, ты что? Охренеть, ни хрена.
Что это за херня?
Это вертоля тарелка
Ну, блядь.
по-любому.
А ну
Ебать.
приблизь
На
еще.
месте стоит, ты ж бачишь?
А на месте, блядь, ну.
А в теплак ничего не светит?
Ха, что они Не, что они могут.
So you can clearly see that, you know, they've, as unfortunate as it is, in Ukraine, they would have had a lot of air issues regarding, you know, planes, fighter jets, all the rest of it. So they would have seen a lot of things come into their airspace. But this is one thing 2 years down the line that they cannot define. They don't know what this is, which just adds more fuel to the fire of speculation, because they have no idea what this phenomenon is. They state that it could be a UFO within it, and then they decide about how they're going to deal with it. Unfortunately, the clip ends there, so we don't know what actually happened beyond this clip. The last thing we heard was that was the idea of ramming it, but from the jesty kind of sound in the voice, it did sound like that was not necessarily going to be a viable option. Anyway, it's a very interesting one that's led to a lot of speculation. I'm going to leave the full article from the Daily Mail down in the description, because there's a lot of useful information there if you ever wanted to check that out. But what do you make of it? Do you think that this is a genuine UFO sighted over Ukraine, over the war-torn country of Ukraine, or is it something a bit more plausible? Let me know your thoughts and opinions on that and everything else that we've shared within this video. I cannot wait to actually see what you guys think on all of these clips, because I look at it from a perspective and then I read the comments and then I completely see them in a new light. So I do love hearing your guys' thoughts. But while you're down there, be sure to get the hell out of that like button if you have enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload. And until next time, I hope that you have enjoyed. Cannot wait to see you in the next one, and I'll speak to you later. Peace.